Now let's begin the conversation. It amounts to hiding behind a finger, living abroad and threatening to kill some people belonging to certain ethnic groups. Now, despite claims and of immunity, the police in Canada have arrested a Nigerian woman based in the country, Amaka patient Sunnberged, for threatening to poison Yoruba and Benin people in a viral video. Now, in a press statement issued on their website, the Toronto police revealed that the suspect will be arraigned in court this Monday. Now, the Canadian police also noted that the investigation is being treated as a suspected hate-motivated offense. Now, let me start with you, BKO. Now that Amaka Sunnberged has now been arrested, this is in fact great news from the Toronto police for tracking and arresting her swiftly. Don't you agree?
Yes, this is the best thing to do. You don't wait until the person carries out the threat before you take action. In all decent societies, hate speech is not condoned. Hate speech led to the Rwandan pogrom.
1994.
In which more than 1 million people died. People were on radio spreading hate about other people, calling for the slaughter of other people. We saw the end product. And today, the Rwandan people have emerged strongly from that adversity. Today in Rwanda, you can't call yourself a Hutu or a Tutsi person. You are simply a Rwandan. If you try that, you go to jail. The country has zero tolerance for hate-filled ethnic divisions or even killings. So I believe that Amaka could have been triggered by maybe similar hate-filled vituperations by other people, but that does not insulate you against the laws of the land. If you are triggered by anyone saying negative things about your race, you cannot respond in kind in the way that she has done. Because I've heard people say, oh, the Yorubas have been saying such things. That they've been saying such things does not mean that you are even you are in a foreign land.
True.
You are not a citizen by reason of your birth. In the eyes of the Canadian people, you are still a foreigner.
But she claimed immunity.
She claimed that she cannot be deported.
Okay.
Yes, that was the point that she made, that because some people claimed that she had been arrested and she will be deported. She then said, no, that I'm in my house. Let them come and arrest me.
Such confidence.
Yes, she felt that as a citizen that she could not be deported. But the truth is, citizenship that is not by birth can be revoked.
True.
Although I do not believe that this particular case can lead to revocation of citizenship. I'm
According
just saying,
to the laws.
Yes, because they are probably going to jail her. You go get a life sentence, and they could even make her do community service and all that, or a suspended sentence. The point that I'm making is your citizenship can be revoked if you commit some grave offense. I've seen it done in other countries. Somebody, look at the case of the Nigerian grandson. He too was saying a lot, hate-filled speeches being made about fellow Nigerians. Invariably, grandson was arrested in the UK and jailed. This is a lesson to our people.
Another person is Simon Ekpa.
Simon Ekpa is still roaming about in Finland, spreading hate amongst our people and instigating people to violence. The Finnish authorities have not done anything about this matter.
Which is surprising.
Yeah, but the point that I'm making is Nigerians, especially the Igbos and the Yorubas, the hatred that both tribes are demonstrating against one another, especially on social media. I've never seen anything like that.
Now,
there should be we should not hate ourselves so much. And I can see a linkage between the level of hatred that the Igbos and the Yorubas and superiority contest, needless, sheepish superiority contest between both tribes. There's a linkage between what's going on and the 2023 election.
Okay.
But the point that I'm making, which I also suggested on my YouTube program, Issues with Jide, is that leaders of thought in both ethnicities, this is the time for them to come together and say, look, enough. We are one people, united by our nation.
Okay.
There is no reason why we should hate ourselves this much. If somebody steals something in South Africa, we first go and check his ethnicity. If it is a Yoruba person, Igbos on social media will rise in a wave and start referring to his ethnicity. If it happens
the other way around,
the other way is the same thing that you get. They'll say, okay, see, we told you now, this is what they are doing. We need to stop this nonsense. We need to stop it, and even taking it to another country. It's what I never expected.
It is sad.
You know, we've got to find a way to rein in this level of hatred, because things can degenerate if we don't do something about it. So that's why I suggested maybe a kind of, in the past we had Southern People Summit.
Okay.
Why can't we have a summit of Yoruba leaders and Igbo leaders where they will come together? If the young people who are spreading hate on social media, if they see their leaders, their elders come together
as one,
you know, embracing one another and saying, look, gentlemen, let us forget the past. We are one people.
Okay.
I'm sure that it will go a long way to ease this pain. Because recently some Yorubas too said the Igbos should be expelled from Lagos. What is all that nonsense? I'm happy the governor came out quickly to say, no, we do not support. And we too came on our program to say, we do not support it. True. If you say you want to banish Igbos from, what do you do with people like Chris Kende Wandu?
All right, talking about Chris.
What do we do with people like him? Intermarriage has happened between us.
All right, CKN, is this enough to act as a deterrent for others who might want to try such thing?
First and foremost, on behalf of the crew, let me formally welcome you to the program, the program of choice.
Thank you, exactly.
You have washed your hands so clean that you are joining the elders.
Yeah.
As Chinua Achebe said in his book, Things Fall Apart.
Thank you.
So I welcome you.
Thank you.
That aside, just as Biko rightly said, I'm caught in between this debacle as it is. I have an Igbo father, I have a Yoruba mother. And that in itself, at times you ask yourself, where do I belong? Is it the Yoruba race or the... I claim the two. Where it becomes convenient for me. But I'm a Nigerian, yes.
You are a Ghanaian.
Yes.
You know you claim the land of your mother.
Yes, of course, mother. Yes, that's Ghana. Then back to what we are discussing. The statement made by Amaka is one of the most irresponsible statements I've ever heard. Whatever the provocation, we didn't get to that. And that is why I like the statement issued by Mr. Peter Obi immediately. He seems to be the only Igbo leader that had come out to condemn that statement in its entirety. So I really like what he said. But just like Biki also said, Amaka said us somewhere across Nigeria. But in the past few months, we've seen that kind of narrative across board, where we've seen ethnic profiling, calling of names, all sorts of threats and rest. And we have always warned that we have to checkmate this. And it's so sad that despite most of the people that have been making this comment, none have been arrested. And I've always said it time and time within Nigeria. And I said it, the problem we have in Nigeria is that not be able to arrest people, prosecute them as a deterrent. Because when you do, it sends signals. See what the Canadians did. the person that was threatening was a Nigerian or is a Nigerian. The people that she was threatening are Nigerians. They are not even Canadians. But the Canadian authority knew
and they track
the essence of it. They track her down, and she's going to be prosecuted.
Now, let's look at, in Nigeria, we have the Cybercrime Prevention Act.
Yeah.
I see all sorts of shenanigans go on social media online.
You know,
are Nigerians truly aware of the contents of that act?
You know,
for them to be doing such things?
Yes, most of them don't know. And I've said it on this program. When I've been saying it, when we leave here, BK will say, oh, you are once an ex-convict. Yes, because I was the first Nigerian to be tried on that act. That act was enacted in in fact, that was one of the reasons why I went back to school to read law. That law was enacted in 2015 and was signed into law by the former president, Goodluck Jonathan. Just few hours before, it was one of those 100 laws that he quickly signed as he was leaving. And I was arrested for something I posted on social media. And I was kept at Ikiriki prison for close to 3 weeks before I was eventually released and the charges were. Most Nigerians don't know the implications of what they are doing. They don't know the implications of what they are doing. You just see somebody just go to social media just because he has a China phone. You just and he has 1,000 naira or 500 naira. You just go and go and see what is good. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook is even worse. And you ask yourself, some of these people say if they see you, most of them when they see us, they can't even look at you straight into you. You can't. They can't. No. So the message I'm saying is that let us take a leave from what has happened in Canada. So that subsequently, we need to start arresting people here in Nigeria that are doing the same and forming this empire of hatred.
Because of our time, maybe in 30 seconds, let me give you, how do we strengthen our diversity? Maybe in just 30 seconds.
Yes, I think the leaders have a big role to play. Our leaders have enjoyed dividing us. Some of them have been very responsible in the way they sow seeds of discord between our people. That has to stop.
That has to stop.
They must take concrete steps on their own to try and bring everyone together. And it's possible. Yeah. It's possible.
Okay. All right. Just in 2 seconds.
No, he has said it all. He has said it all. What I just feel is that even our leaders also take advantage of such situations, especially during politics, to be able, and they should stop dividing us.
Okay. Thank you very much. All right. Let's move straight